Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is Pumpkin now. He's big and he wants to go play. He's been playing with this bell, which is making too much noise. I've had to refilm this twice now. Today's video is going to be about me going home after 2.5 years on a holiday, how it made me feel. Am I going to progress with living in Korea? Am I going to go home? What's going to be the deal? So I'm just going to talk about that, how it made me feel going home after 2.5 years, you know, because it's been a tricky one. It's been a tricky 2.5 years away from my family, and I'll get into that in a minute. But before I do, let me just give out a shout to Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa currently have a 40% off sale for Valentine's, so that's why I've got the red lips, red love heart necklace, oh the other way, red love heart necklace and love heart earrings, because it's a theme. It's a theme, honey. So this is what the necklace looks like on the love heart necklace. I'm obsessed with it. It's giving me early 2000. It's giving me royal queen of hearts, you know. And I've got the love heart earrings, which you've seen before, and I am going to get the matching necklace one day. But you know, the stock is very limited, so sometimes they only make a certain amount of that stock and they sell out really quick. If it's in demand, they'll make more. So I need to get the matching love heart necklace, but still, this still goes, you know, got the gold love heart. And also the second set in my ears, Ana Luisa too. I really love stacking the jewelry together, always. And I've also got the ring. It's my first time buying an Ana Luisa ring. I love the cut. It's like a rectangular gem, as you saw. I love that. So original. Always original with the ideas. It fits really nice. It's actually a bit loose because your girl doesn't know how to measure her ring size. But you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to stack it. I'm going to wear another ring underneath and it's going to be gorgeous. That's why I like thin, elegant rings, because you can stack them as well and they look really pretty. And the other necklace is the M necklace. The M. I'm obsessed because I love how the M is just attached straight to the necklace, you know? It doesn't need to like go up and down around town, you know, like it doesn't move because it's on. And you know what? It looks so gorgeous. I really love this. So Ana Luisa, 40% off if you want to treat yourself. You want someone to treat you, give them that link, girls and guys. Give it to your mom, your sisters, your brothers, your auntie, your uncle, whoever you want to gift with the Ana Luisa piece. Go ahead and use the link down below. 40% off. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Okay, so let me get into the video. Guys, where do I start? So I'm going to be talking about why it took me so long to get to home. Why it took me 2.5 years. Okay, so let's get into the video. So I'm going to be talking about why it took me so long to go home. Then also I'm going to be talking about any kind of tips and tricks I can give you about living abroad, because it's quite important when you live abroad alone, especially for a South Asian Muslim woman or just a South Asian girl. There's not a lot of us here. We're here, but there's not a lot. And I know there's not a lot on YouTube, which a lot of you mentioned in the last video. So I was kind of blown away, like the video helped. So I'm going to try and give you some tips about living alone here, etc. So stay tuned. So I didn't go home for 2.5 years because of two things. I didn't want to go home and Corona stopped me. So I didn't get homesick until about 1.5 years here. So like just over a year ago-ish, I started to get homesick. The reason why it took so long is because I just think when you live at home with your family for so long, you need a break, right? Especially when you're an adult, you need a break. And normally, like in our culture, we stay home until we're married or uni. A lot of us can move out for uni, a lot of us cannot. So I moved out for uni, and that gave me a bit of an insight into living with other people and discovering that other people do not live the same way as you. Even though that's obvious, you know, everyone's different. But uni really taught me that, and I think that really prepped me for living alone. But don't worry, if you've never lived alone, like you've never lived away, you can still do this. You can still do this. So I needed that space. I felt like I needed that space to grow, because I felt like I couldn't grow as a person, as an individual, of what I wanted to be and who I wanted to be at home. And that's not anyone's fault. Like, it's not my family's fault. That's just me as a person. I can't grow at home. I went back after 2.5 years, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. But I think living alone really did that for me. So that's why I wasn't homesick for so long, because I was so ready to move out. But also my work, my old job was terrible. My like life in England, I was not happy. So I was not homesick for like 1.5 years, because I was really still exploring and loving the country I was living in, and exploring myself and finding out things. So it's still very exciting until 1.5 years in, and we were hit with the pandemic for about just less than a year at that point, like maybe 8 months, 9 months. And I was like, I want to go home. My old job said no, because it's too dangerous if you bring it back to Korea, and Korea's borders were really high up. Even now, they're still pretty strict. So I had to get like a re-entry permit, and I had to pay for it. So you have to pay for leaving the country and getting permission to like come back. And you need lots of PCR tests. You need a PCR test before you leave Korea. And when I got to England, I had to do it after 2 days. And then when I got back, coming back to Korea, I had to do it 48 hours before my first flight. Then when I arrived, I had to do it within the first 24 hours, which I've already done. And now I'm currently in a 7-day quarantine making this video. 7-day quarantine, and then I have to go for a PCR on day 6. And then I can be released into society if I have no corona. Inshallah I don't. So in England, I just landed, I scanned my passport, I went straight in. They said, we don't care about COVID. So England is just free doing its own thing. So I will include some maybe montages of me being home. But if you follow me on Instagram, why are you not following me on Instagram? On Instagram, I post stories every day. So you probably saw me at home. I'm still posting content from being back home as well. So go check that out. Yeah, so I didn't feel homesick for like 1.5 years. And I think it hit me when they said I couldn't go. And I was like, I want to go. I really miss my family at this point. But thankfully, we've got technology where we can video call our family every day, every single day if we want to. And I was calling my family when I first got here every single weekday. Even though I wasn't homesick, I still needed them. I still needed to talk to them. And everybody has their own lives, of course, but I think that's one thing about, if you feel homesick, making a schedule where you can speak to your family in particular and your friends often. I think that's very important. And then also what I'm going to tell you is when I felt homesick, I couldn't go. So for 1 year, I've been battling with, what should I do? Should I stay in Korea? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I go back to England? What's it like? And I had no way of telling that until I went back to England. So I went back to England, and how do I feel? I feel different. I'd feel like a different person completely. My family are different, my friends are different, Manchester's different, England's different. Of course, it's been 2.5 years and a pandemic. Things are going to change drastically. So I no longer hate Manchester. I no longer hate England, because I used to hate it. Had this harboring of hate so much for being home, being in that country with all the bad things I've experienced, bad job, relationships, and all this lot. Relationships meaning friendships, and good and bad friendships where I thought they were good. And when now I've made good friends here, realizing some of those friendships were not nice because I didn't know the value of me and what I wanted. So moving abroad really opens your eyes to what and who are good for you. Because you're not perfect, of course, but I do honestly believe everybody is like, you know, certain type of people will be with certain type of people. That's it. And you find yourself in your own space, growing as an individual and finding out what you want in friendships and people around you, who you want to surround yourself with, you know? So I no longer hate the thought of living back home. Well, living back in England. I kind of okay with it, but I know that I've heard from my friends who are still teachers in schools Teaching in England right now is hectic because so much disrupted learning, so the children don't know how to cope, staff don't know how to cope, so it's very on edge, and I feel sorry for everyone back there. In Korea, they're still like, I feel like got a better handle of the virus. I mean, I know cases are going up and they're really annoyingly strict, but I feel like even though the school has been affected and definitely changed, of course, it's not as bad as what it's like back home. So I feel quite comfortable teaching here for the next year. So my contract's from February 2022 to February 2023. February 2023, your girl turns 30. Yeah, this youthful queen is 28 right now. She's 29 in 2 weeks. And then when her contract ends and she finishes up here, I'll be 30. So I don't know whether to start 30, flirty and thriving back home in England, another country, or another year here. I don't know what's going on, guys. I haven't fully decided, but I definitely feel better about myself, who I am, where I'm going. I feel better about that, so I'm not opposed to doing that. So I'm kind of in a better place mindset wise. So I feel like if you're coming abroad and living abroad on your own, here is your tips. Okay, homesick, be in contact with your friends and family, call them, video call them, but don't be afraid to make new friends. Be that social butterfly that you feel inside, even if you're introverted. I'm not saying meeting 40 people every weekend. I will actually link in the description box below some expat pages you can join, and you can join those groups where a lot of girls and women, they write in it like, hey, I've just moved to this country, does anyone want to make friends? And that's how I made friends with a lot of people here. And then, as you know, I had a cacao group with Epic, and that's how I made my Troll Patrol, my solid group of friends. But then I met friends through friends, friends through friends, friends through friends, and then also these expat pages as well. So don't be afraid to do that and reach out to people. So, and do things that you wouldn't normally do, or try things, because Korea is so safe. I'm not saying it's the most safe country in the world. Anywhere where men are, it's going to be unsafe for women. Of course, I'm not saying none of that stuff happens here, because it does. So in general, it's safe though. So if you want to go to a cafe, and cafes are open till 10 p.m. So if you want to, after work, you're stressed, you're tired, you're like, hey friends, do you want to go to a cafe? Do you want to go for dinner? Just go. Just do it. I can't express to you more than Shia LaBeouf says, just do it. Just take the time out. Don't be afraid to make friends. That'll help with your homesickness and trying new things, going to cafes. I did paragliding. You can do ice skating. I did ice skating. I can't ice skate. It's very funny. You can do that in winter. And there's so many different things you can do in Korea. Like, even if it's just going to a new city, trying a new dessert place there, a new cafe, a new restaurant, but you're in another city, just do it. Just do it. And you'll find people who will want to travel with you, so don't worry about that, because everyone's in a similar boat. They're homesick, they're wanting to explore. You will find people in the same mindset as you. If you want to find out what you can do in Korea, please check out my vlogs. All my vlogs, I include all the locations that I go to with my friends, so you can click on those vlogs and go to those places too if you want to. I'm not sponsored by any of those places at all in any way, but I'm just telling you guys how to enjoy your time here in Korea. I only met up with the really close friends because I was scared of COVID rules, and I just didn't have the time, because I regret that I didn't spend more time with my family, especially my parents, because I was seeing my friends, and because I surprised them. I actually surprised my parents. I forgot to include that. I surprised my parents, but my sisters knew, so my sisters picked me up. I'm going to include the video in a moment, but because I didn't tell them, they didn't book the time off, so I didn't and then when they were working, I tried to see my friends in that time. So it was nice to see my friends, it really was. But you can just see, I can just see why I met certain friends and why I didn't meet other friends or other people, because I could see who were my people and who were not my people anymore, you know. I'm not friends with anyone I dislike, but I can just see who's my close friends and who's not my close friends based off how I've grown here, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so I think Coming to another country really opens your eyes and helps you grow as a person, and I really hope you guys can do that too here. If you have any questions, please comment in the comment section below, because I get notifications straight away on my phone. I can reply to you ASAP. Yeah, I hope this video is not too long. I hope it was, I don't know if it's informative, but I hope it gave you some insight. Yeah, so let me know in the comment section below. Follow me on Instagram. Share this video with someone who's thinking about going to Korea. Share one of my other videos. Another shout out to Ana Luisa. Remember, link in the description. Get your discount. Buy yourself that gift. Tell someone to buy it, or buy it for someone else. This jewelry, remember, recycled jewelry, carbon neutral, zero. We love that. We love that kind of jewelry. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and hope this video was helpful in some way. Great to see you, great to talk to you, and thanks for being here guys. Love yous, and I'll leave yous. Take care, bye.